Friday. Okay, I said we're gonna do a little bit of, lay a few stitches down, but I want to show you guys. I tell you, we had such an awesome time at the stitch marathon. I think I went on that morning, don't remember what time, but early that morning, and I didn't get off until late that night, around 7 or so. But I enjoyed every minute of it. We had show and tell. We were all just sewing, making things, and, you know, just learning from each other. It was so awesome. Excuse me, something in my eye. I don't know if any of you participated, but if you did, I really appreciate it. It was just awesome. I mean, we had a good time. We learned a lot. We had a lady there that she actually praises quilts, you know, do the in shows and stuff. So she gave us a lot of input on vintage quilts, how to prepare them, what to do with them. It was just awesome. We had a good time. Hate you missed it. So we're gonna have another one if you missed it. We'll have another one, I think October or November. We're not for sure, but I hope you'll join us. But I made some crazy blocks. Can you see that? I only made 4 because I was talking and asking questions, honey. When you got those kind of brains around, you want to pick them. You want to find out everything you can find out. And I did. That's another one. That African fabric, I made 2 of those. So that's another one. I enjoy making them. I enjoyed my time with the ladies, and we had one guy named Steve, and he gave me a lot of input on my embroidery machine and how to use it. So I appreciated him. That's my other African one. African fabric made with African fabrics. So that's what I had did. But I said I wasn't buying no more quilts, but I got this quilt behind me, $10. I got 2 of them actually for $20. The other one didn't make it, but this one had a couple of stains in it, and I just washed it in some vinegar, and that's this stuff that I had bought. I think I showed y'all on another video, and the stains came out. But I got 2 little holes. I got one right here. So you can see I got my tape there, little hole here. I think I'll have enough seam allowance that I could maybe just stitch this back together. But on this one right here, it's a hole, little hole right there. And I think I could just probably put a patch over it. It looks like it was snagged or something, ripped. But I just got it out the dryer, and I just want to color with it because I told you, don't know if I told you, I like quilts when they're made out of muslin. This quilt just feels like one of my grandmother's quilts. I'm going to step back here and see if I can show y'all. Show it to you guys. Get a little bit closer. It ain't going to be perfect. I'm rolling over it. It ain't going to be perfect, but I can give you an idea of what it's made, how it's made. As you can see, these blocks here, they continuously make up the quilt, these blocks. And she's got flying geese in the borders, in the sashing, which I thought was adorable. I don't know what year this fabric is. They said it was vintage. Ain't that beautiful? And it's hand stitched, so I won't have a problem fixing that little piece. But it is beautiful. And it's got this here. Oh, it is just beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna be showing you pieces of it. I can't show you all of it. Got too much over there on the floor going on. And I don't want to put it on the floor because I just got it out the washer. I mean, out the dryer. But I think it's just beautiful. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know about these quilts that I'm getting because they say they vintage. And I don't recognize any of this material. I don't know what vintage material really looks like. I have bought some reproduction and stuff. And I don't have any in my stash that looks like this. So maybe some of you that do know. I wish I had it when we had our stitch-a-thon, because she could have told me right off, because we had some quilts and she could look at the fabric and tell about when it was made. But it is beautiful. It's snuggly and looks like it's got what we call, this is a, you see that? See that? That does not look like it's cotton. It looks like that polyester feeling. But with that being said, I don't know how old it could be. But what I'm going to do with them, I'm going to put a label on them and state that when I bought them, they were considered as vintage. And when I bought them, and let it go from there. But I just think it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm in love with it. But, okay, we're going to do a little stitching here. I'm going to put the camera down and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm putting some outline on some flowers. My grandson starts back to school tomorrow, so I'll get to work on this quilt some more while I'm waiting on him to get out of school. Which I hadn't did a whole lot on this quilt. But I want to. Let me put some light on the situation here. Can y'all see that better? I want to start doing something with it. Start getting it off my plate, because you know I told you my next one was going to be the patchwork, what is it? I can't remember. I hadn't showed you the book several times. But, oh, it's church windows. That's going to be my next hand project. And it will be also paper piecing with templates here. So, I hope everybody's doing well. I did a early video, which you'll see at the beginning of this video. I hope you enjoyed the finished product. It's not finished because I hadn't put my borders on, but I did order some fabric today for it. Because yesterday is when I filmed that and asked for you guys to tell me what colors you think. Still give me that input, because I may get this, you know, when you ordering stuff online, just don't always turn out to be the color you want it to be. So, never know. But I ain't gonna fret about it. It can always be used in another project. And I bought, I have bought too many things. Bought 2 new machines. And then I purchased I've been needing a printer. Purchased me a jet ink printer. Because some of my things I need to do does not work on just a regular printer. So I purchased that, but then I also purchased me a Cricut. Now, I know you're saying you getting into paper piecing and paper stuff. No, I'm not. But I can cut out like these hexagons. I could cut them out on the Cricut. The other hexagons that I'm gonna be doing, I can cut them out. And I can also make a quilt. I can cut the fabric out on it. And I don't want one of those, I have one of those things, cutters that everybody is so big on. But I don't want to be paying hundreds of dollars for a die. I can't, and only use it maybe once or twice. And then you got to store them. So all I need is a mat, and I got ordered a rotary cutter blade to go on the Cricut so I can cut fabric. And I'm just gonna try my hand at that. Worst case scenario, y'all, I just can cut out my hexagons or whatever paper product I want to do. But I just can't buy that. I have one of the Go Accu, I think that's Accu Quilt or whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I have the small one. It's out there in the garage. And I have dies to go to it. Never used it. I need to go out there and find it and probably put it to use on some projects. But I just never thought about it, you know, using it. It's there, like they say, out of sight, out of mind. And it's out of sight. So I don't think about going to get it because that quilt that I just finished, I could have used it on them half square triangles. Well, now I got a Cricut. I could, you know, I know when triangles have blocks, 2.5-inch blocks. I could have used it on that. And a lot of that cutting, I could have used it. But now that I got a Cricut over there, I'll be using it. And I'll let you know. And I'll do some videos on it once I figure it out. But it only came with one mat, and it wasn't a fabric mat. So I had to order that, and it should be coming sometime this weekend. But once I get that and figure out what I'm doing on cutting, there's so many videos will show you how to do it, and I can get my because everything you use your laptop to operate your Cricut, and all I have to do is copy my patterns and put them in Cricut space, and I can cut them out. That's what I think, y'all. That's what I've been looking at. That's what I've been told. But you know, when you actually start doing it, there's always going to be some hiccups along the way. So I'm going to get my ugly fabric and test it before I test the project. And I did order, I've been wanting to do that Hunter's Star Quilt. I did order that, but I had also ordered the African Queens pattern, and one of my subscribers sent me the pattern, but they had on Etsy, they had some more that was different from the ones that everybody is making. So I did download them and copy them off. That may be my next project. We'll see. And and some kings. I got some patterns for the African kings to go along with them. So I got plenty of African fabric that I have been saving up. And we'll see. We'll see what my next project is. But I got to put the border on that quilt. And I told you I got my ruler foot for my machine. And I also got my extended table. But honey, that thing is so big. I am going to have to take everything off of this desk. I'm going to have to take it off anyway whenever I decide to quilt. So I have to clear everything off to quilt. But I'm going to do some ruler work. I never did it, but I'm anxious to try it. I ain't even looking to see if y'all can see. Y'all know I have videos doing this. I just want to sit lay down a few stitches and talk to y'all. See how life is treating y'all. Are y'all staying cool? Are you escaping this heat wave? It is unbelievable how hot it's been. But, you know, God knows what he's doing, so we can't question it, you know. We cannot question him. And, you know, the Bible says that we won't be able to tell a difference in the seasons. But you know, it's hot like it should be in August. This is August weather now. But we have got some break. We got some rain. And it's so crazy. Every time it rains, my daughter's grass shoot up. She had a tree cut down. So since that tree has been cut down, bless her heart, the grass has grown like crazy. And she cuts it and it rains a couple of days and it looked like the house deserted. Nobody lives here. The grass is so high. But bless her heart, she get out there and she cut it. She put on her some music and she does it. She says it's good exercise. My mother is 78 and she cuts her grass. She uses a ride more, but she also has to push more because she has so many flowers. And she told me yesterday and today that she's found a snake. And the last one she found was on the carport where I normally park my car. So I gotta go to the co-op and find something to some kind of snake pellet or something, because she's always digging in them flowers. I know one day she was pulling up some irishes for me before I moved out of my home, and we had put them out, and she was over there pulling up some irishes, and she couldn't get it up, so she walked away to go get her hoe. And when she walked away, I was standing there, and I looked, and where she was pulling at, a snake come from out of there, and he just crawled away. You know, good she stopped, because she put her hand down there too far, he probably would have bit her. But I think they're just old chicken snakes, you know. I don't think they're anything poisonous. But who wants to be bitten by a snake? I don't even want to see one. But when you live in the country, that's what happens. And even when you live in the city, I lived in the city and they used to be in my yard. I used to always find them in my yard. I stepped over one day going out in the middle of the yard at one of the kids. And I guess the kid had stepped over it too. My son was sitting on the patio and I hollered for him. He come out there and killed it. But I lived in the city limits, so yeah, they go where they want to go. They don't stop them. And when they do a lot of, they don't do a lot of building houses and stuff around where she lives, because that subdivision is old. And them houses been there a long time, but it's a lot of woods. And she stays in the county, what we call it country. So they got a lot of woods and stuff. So snakes will be there, you know. But I'm just making some flowers, getting back on this. I hadn't did any hand stitching in a moment. And I just want to get this one off my plate, since I kind of slowed down because I didn't know if I was going to be able to find that fabric. And once I found the fabric, I've been busy doing other things and hadn't got it cut up and made any more hexagons. But I got to make some more hexagons. So while I'm making, I'm going to try to make them on my Cricut instead of cutting them out by hand, which it's no problem because I cut them out so fast. It really doesn't matter. But I have to cut the sheets and then cut them, you know. So if I could just lay the sheet up there and cut them all out at once, that would be awesome. But I should be able to do that if I just take my time and read the directions and follow the directions. I probably do pretty good. That's my problem. I'm always jumping ahead of the directions, getting ahead of myself. Like that quilt I just finished, I added 4 more blocks to it. Wanted it bigger, you know. And I'm going to add the borders I add to it. I'm probably going to add 3 borders on it to make it hang where I want it. My daughter always doesn't realize the bigger you make these quilts, the harder they are to quilt. She just always, I hate being on a quilt and the kids come and pull all the cover off for you. They're going to do that anyway. I don't care how big you make the quilt. They're going to do that anyway. You just have to, I wrap up in my part of the cover so they can't. She ain't figured that one out yet. I just want to come holler at y'all for a little bit, and I want to really thank all my new subscribers. My channel is really growing. I'm so excited about that. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate your time because, you know, you don't have to spend your time with me. You don't have to watch my videos, but you do, and you leave me kind words to keep me going, keep me wanting to do this. And I'm just running late of getting this video out because I just had so much going on after the Stitch-a-thon. I had some other things gonna come up, and it always get hectic when my grandson starts playing soccer and get back in school. But I take my quilting to the soccer field sometimes if they're just practicing. I don't do it on the game because I want to watch. I want to see all of them score, you know, and run around there like kids do. But that's all I'm working on, just making some flowers. I will start putting some more. I think our next sit and chat, I'll be putting them on the quilt. Putting more on the quilt. I'm gonna start working on it. Y'all, the other day, I had it folded up so small. And the other day, I couldn't find it. I was looking for it. And I was tearing the house up. And I thought, well, maybe, because I travel with it a lot. And I thought, well, maybe I left it at my sister's or my mother's house. And I just happened to walk by this basket I had, and I seen the corner of it. I was losing my mind. And I thought, what if I did with my quilt, you know? But I want to get it finished and get it out. And I'm still taking those stitches out on my cathedral window. And I hadn't been doing a lot of that. I hadn't been doing a lot of anything since our event. But I'm going to get back on that and get that done so I can get it washed and get my label on it and get it on my bed. I'm putting it on my bed. So, it's ready to be there, and I'm ready to put it there. It's always at the foot of my bed, though. And I go in there at night, and I sit, and I pick at it a while. And I just hadn't been on it like I should be, because I could have had it already undid. But the thing is, excuse me, y'all. Thing is, the quilt is done. It's just not finished because it doesn't have its label. But it will have one soon. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to let y'all people go. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and hopefully you have a blessed weekend. Get out and do something with your kids. I know we didn't get to do much for the summer because it was so hot. Now the kids are going back to school. And I don't know, we may take them on a little mini vacation in the fall when they come out of school for one of their breaks. Take them on a little mini vacation because Cookie is getting to the point now that she realizes everything. You know, she knows everything. She amazes me. She'll take something and we'll tell her to go get it. And she'll say, okay. And she'll bring it back. Whatever the day she had took to the stapler, I was stapling some papers together. And I knew she had to take it because I couldn't find it. And I knew it was on the desk here. And so we kept telling her to go get it. She didn't know what the name of it was. She thought it was a gun. And her brother started shooting her with the gun, and she went and got it. She had put it in the drawer up under the TV. She went and got it and started shooting, acting like she was shooting him. But it's amazing to see her go and do what you asked her to do. It's so amazing. All right, guys. I'm going to come back and talk to you for a second. But we're going to call it quits on that for now. But I'll be right back. Okay, I want to give you a better look at this quilt here. Because in that chair wasn't really a good look. But this is it on a queen size bed. And this is what it looks like. Beautiful. The other one I bought should be arriving today. It's beautiful. You see my little pink tape? That's what I gotta fix. I gotta repair on it. But I love it. It is beautiful. Somebody really took their time and worked on this quilt. It is just gorgeous. I don't know. I love the green. Like I said, if you can tell what year this fabric may have been in, tell me in the comments. But this is the full quilt. Mom. Hope you can see it. Sorry about Cookie screaming. Girl, be quiet. But anyway, Mom. This is the quilt. She just got louder, didn't she? Mom. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to. Mom. Me and Cookie's gonna snuggle. Come here. Come here. Stop all that hollering. You see me filming? Stop all that hollering. Sorry about Cookie. She's expressing herself. But this is it. And just look at that. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. I love it. Look at that. She's definitely a craftsman, right? It's amazing what we can do with fabric. Okay, I just want you to give you a sneak peek because I didn't, excuse me, I didn't feel what I showed you would do the quilt any justice, but it is gorgeous. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye. All right, y'all know I like to see y'all face to face before I cut off over here. But I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, and I appreciate you supporting my channel and waiting on me to upload a video. I really appreciate your support. And I hope you guys, like I say, I don't have anything really that's coming up other than I got a couple of quilts that I'm not sure. I'm not ready to do the crazy quilt. I'm just not ready. I mean, I make such a mess at my sewing station here. I gotta figure out how to get more organized with that. That's why I don't do scrappy quilts, because I throw all this stuff on the floor looking for a piece to fit here and put, drives me nuts. But I'm going to do one. I don't know when, but I do have 4 blocks, and that may be 2 quilts, 2 blocks on each quilt. May do the African one because I do have a lot of African fabrics, but I also I had bought these fabrics. I bought these fabrics, and yeah, I bought all these offline, and I think that's a piece of the African fabric. This right here is a shirt or something that I cut up, and that piece is too. So I know, yeah, that's 2. So I know I'm going to do them, just don't know when. But I also want to do, it's an applique quilt that I have, and I've been wanting to do it. And I think since I may be doing this ruler work, I may do the applique quilt, because Joann's had the Heat and Bond on sale, and I bought a bunch of it, so I can do that. And that's what I'm gonna do with this quilt here. I'm gonna put a little patch on it, probably a little hard. I got muslin because I use muslin, and I'm just gonna use a piece of muslin, maybe a hard shape. I'm not gonna put a color on it, that little hole that I showed you, and I'm just gonna put a little patch on it, and maybe a hard shape or something. Yeah, put some Heat and Bond on it and just stick it down and hand stitch around it to hold it down. Do a blanket stitch around it. Just a little hard, and nobody will see it unless you point it out. I don't know, they might, somebody may see it. But if they do, that's okay too. But anyway, once again, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of your day, your weekend, your week, the rest of your week, and do something positive. Make you another quilt. Start you another quilt, I guess. I have a lot of projects. I have a lot of quilts. Like I say, this other quilt, it makes another quilt on my list that needs to be quilted. So I think that makes 7, and I need to be doing that. So before I start another project, you may be watching me just do a lot of, I ain't gonna say free motion quilting because I don't know how to, but I'm working on it. I'm just gonna show you what I do, and maybe it'll encourage somebody else to do it. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. I will stop rambling and talk to you guys later next time. If you like what you see here, please tell your friends about me. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. That helps out a lot. That is the way you can support my channel, because everything I do here I pay for. But you can support me with your subscribing to my channel, because a lot of you are looking but you're not subscribing. And shoot me a comment. It can be short and sweet. Shoot me a comment. Everybody knows I answer you back. I always answer them. I always read them myself. But anyway, you all have a blessed day. See you next time.